Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back for another Total War video. I've had a lot of requests for more graphics guides, so today I'll be doing Attila Total War in 5 minutes, including going through a couple of in-game and GPU settings to start us off, a few mods that change visuals for the better, and then finally some fantastic reshade settings that are a must. I've also got Napoleon, Medieval 2, and Shogun 2 on my list for the next couple of weeks, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if interested, then absolutely subscribe for more. Let's get started. So first things first, I want you to go into your graphics card control panel and make the following changes. I have an Nvidia graphics card, but if you have an AMD, then check out the video description for those settings as well. Override in-game AA for 4x. Set maximum pre-rendered frames to 1, set power management mode to max performance, and finally vertical sync to adaptive. Next, you're going to go into your preferences script, which you can find here on the screen, and make the following changes. Number of threads to 8, and GFX video memory to -4000. Finally, here are the in-game settings I'm using. Definitely make sure everything on the right side is off except for blood effects. Also, shadow set to quality and particle effects set to performance will still keep the game looking good but give you a nice 10 to 15 FPS boost. So definitely do those. Everything else is pretty much personal preference at this point. Alright, so all the basic stuff is done and out of the way. Let's have a look at what mods we can use to enhance the experience. So first up is natural water, and it is a must. It adds a very nice looking water to the game that blends in with the dark atmosphere of the period, so I highly recommend this one. Attila Flora HD is also super important. Terrain and flora generally in Total War games are lacking, so every title that you play needs to have an HD texture pack like this. You will not regret it, I promise you. Finally, there are a couple of quality of life mods that I'll recommend here, including Renovated Cities, which ports over Rome 2 cities, mainly because I find Attila cities are a bit bland looking. I get that, they fit the period and it's a very dark and gray kind of period, but I kind of like a bit more color to my city, so this is kind of personal preference, but for me it's a bit more quality of life. Bright weapon textures, which actually makes a massive difference, a lot more than you'd think. You'll notice that Attila comes with weapons that are grayed out and really weird looking. The bright textures gives them a bit more life, and with reflective surfaces, make them look really, really awesome. And Performance Maker for massive battles. Pretty self-explanatory, but this mod gives you a nice FPS boost for big battles, so definitely give it a try for longer campaigns while you run into those. Now, full disclosure guys, I've been having a bit of trouble with the load order for these mods and for Attila. For some reason, I'll launch with a load order that worked before and find it doesn't work anymore, so I'll have to switch it up. I'm not exactly sure why, guys, but I'm going to preempt any of your load order questions with just give it a try yourself. At the moment, I'm using what's on the screen now, but it might change or it might not work for you, so just try it yourself, guys. All right, finally, we're going to load up Reshade. Reshade is a graphics enhancement tool that lets you play around with literally every setting you can imagine, from sharpening to lighting to FX and bloom. So we need to install it first, and to do that you need to go onto the website, which you can find in the description of the video, and scroll to the bottom of the home page until you see that download button and hit it. The program will download and it is completely safe, so don't worry about any antivirus messages that pop up. Once downloaded, you need to run the Reshade setup program and select a game you want to use the application for. So go in there and select Attila. Then, because the game runs on DirectX 11, you want to select the second option here. This will take you to a screen with lots of unchecked boxes as seen now. You want to check all of those and hit OK. With that, Reshade will download all the files you've checked off, giving you all the tools available to play around with the in-game settings. Next, we need to go in-game and play around with those Reshade settings. There will be a small tutorial on the top left corner of your screen. You want to skip that, in my opinion. It's pretty unnecessary. What you want to see is this screen. Now, you can have a go at this on your own, or my recommendation will be to go ahead and download my preset file in the description and add it to your Attila Total War folder. This will bring up the preset at the top here, as you can see, with the following settings that I picked up at the top of the list as well. When you check all of these settings off, you will get this. The program with my settings brings out the color a lot more, adds a lot more clarity to the assets, terrain, and generally makes the game feel a lot more clearer and modern. Total War games are generally really blurred out, but with this, you're getting a much clearer picture, so hopefully you agree it's much nicer looking. There is just one issue I come across with Attila that I haven't come across yet with other titles, and that's the shadows. The game has a strange bug that causes shadows to flicker. I haven't found a way to resolve it, bar turning shadows off completely. All I've been able to do is use Reshade to tone it down a little, but it's still a bit noticeable. It's up to you guys, but I think the pros outweigh the con in this one. The game also looks great from a battle point of view with a lot more dark and gritty visuals and environments. I'm sure you'll agree. The units look a lot greater as well. It just brings out the engagement of the battles, which is really, really nice. As I said, guys, you can have a play around with these reshade settings or with the brightness and gamma as well in game to get what you want, but my recommendation would be to stick to this. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope all of this worked out for you and it's helpful. If you did, give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below. And if there's anything you're confused by or you need some help on, just drop a comment. I'm usually very responsive, so I'll get back to you right away. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.